What is going on YouTube, and hello everyone, my name is Big Group, and today I kinda wanna talk about how I think that sports should be like, as you can tell from by the title. And kinda why I wanna bring this up is because of the World Cup, the Football World Cup. A couple of days ago, Germany played against Brazil, and if you don't know about it, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but Germany pretty much destroyed them. Like, they won with 7 goals to 1, which is pretty insane considering that it's on such a high level, and Brazil is the hosting team of this World Cup. They played it in Brazil in front of the Brazilian crowd, and everyone wanted Brazil to do so good, but yet they did so bad, and they got pretty much destroyed by the Germans team. And I'm just gonna compare this to the skateboard side, because I'm a skateboarder myself. If you didn't know, I'm not skating that much right now, but I used to skate a lot. I know, football is like, I don't know, 20 times bigger than skateboard, so we can't really compare it, but I'm gonna do it anyways, since I think this is pretty interesting. Street league skateboarding is the biggest competition in skateboard, just as the World Cup is the biggest contest, or the tournament in football. Sean Malto is one of the best skaters in the world, just as the Brazilian team is one of the best teams in football, national teams in football. Sean Malto is I don't think he's like 23, 24 years old, something like that. Just as a lot of football pros that plays the World Cup are as well. I think Neymar, which is Brazilian's like big star, he's like 22 years old, right? So they are fairly young, right? And what I'm telling you now is just what happened in one of these street league contests last year. And this was when the contest was held in Kansas City, which is Sean Malto's hometown. In Street League you get 2 runs of 50 or 45 seconds, not too sure. And in Sean Malto's very first run at his hometown, on his very first trick, his truck falls off. Pretty much his board breaks apart. And I've never seen this in a contest before. Like, the commentator says it as well. They have never seen this happen in a contest situation before, and everyone was really surprised. Everyone wanted that Sean Malto was going to do so well. The home crowd was really supporting him, and he had a lot of pressure on his shoulders. But his truck falls apart during his very first trick on his very first run. So he doesn't get a first run because he obviously needs to fix his board, which takes way longer than 4 seconds. So then in his second run, he has a lot of pressure on performing, because he was in the 8th spot after that first run, and there are only 8 skaters skating in the finals, and if you want to move on to the next round in the final, you need to be at least top 7, because one skater will get eliminated off every section. So right now, Sean Malto was at that elimination spot when he was heading into the second run. And he had a lot of pressure on him from the home crowd and from everyone, just really wanting him to do good. And since he only have one run pretty much now, since his first run was a throwaway pretty much. So he had a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and it shows because he bailed like 3 times during that run, and he obviously didn't get a good score of that. So he got eliminated. He was the first guy to get eliminated in the finals, which was really sad for a lot of people in the crowd, and for him as well, of course. But the crowd still gave him a round of applause when he got off the park, the area where he skated and all that. And in an interview afterwards, he was still happy, and he said it was still fun to skate in front of the home crowd, with all the support, and he really liked watching all the others skate and just he had a great time anyways. He of course was pretty disappointed, but he said that he just didn't have anything to blame it on because he had got a second round and just didn't make it. And you know, the fans were still you know, cheering up and all that. And that's how I think a sport should be, because now after this loss that Brazil had against Germany, like, I don't know if the crowd was that happy, to be honest. Like, they didn't really cheer up their national team, you know. Like, they were really sad. Like, the national team, all the players, and like the whole Brazilian like population pretty much were in tears. You know, it was shocking. Like, I don't know. I think it's just too big of a deal to so many people. Like, and these like young guys are gonna bear with this their whole life pretty much. That, you know, they pretty much fail, you know, a dream for their nation. Like, it's, I don't know, it's too big for me. Like, I don't really understand it, but I guess it's because I'm not you know, from that culture really. But yeah, that's how I think it is. You know, I think sports should be like, as Jean Malto said in his interview, he's like, whatever, I'm still happy, which is obviously, you know, awesome. I'm gonna link the whole competition that I talked about in the description down below. You know, the Street League skateboarding competition from Kansas City last year. It's a YouTube video with the whole contest that you can go and watch and see all this happens. And then the contest turns out to be insane at the end as well, so it's definitely worth watching. And it's definitely more, you know, there's no loser in skateboard pretty much. That's what I really like about it. It's there's only winners pretty much. If you lose, then there's no big deal at all. Like, no one's gonna hate you. Like, I don't know, there's this guy called Fred, I think, in Brazil, that everyone's pretty much are hating on so much because it didn't just do as well as everyone wanted. And there's been like some other people there, you know, some other place that could have replaced him. At least a lot of people says so. And I don't know, people are like calling him these ugly stuffs and like, I don't know, threatening him for life. And I don't know. I think it's just way too big, man. Like, he just had a bad tournament. Like, chill out. But yeah, that's just my point of view. Leave a comment down below what you think about it. Like the video if you enjoyed and all that. I have been Big Drop. Thanks for 100 subscribers. I might do a 100 subscribers montage. I'll see about that though. But yeah, this has been Big Drop. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.